So we got ourselves a nice Armenian boy, son of immigrants, moves to the wonderful country of America. What do? They hobbled down in California. He gets a job at Disney. Every kid on the planet seen Disney. This is what he wanted to do his whole life, right? He's all into it. He dances around. He wears a jacket like me. Maybe we don't know what team this guy plays for at this point. Mm-hmm. He goes to Disney, develops a severe meth habit. Well, yes. The problem is he's a smart feller, so he has a very nice job there making photo passes, to get in front of the line thing. I forget what they call it. Yeah. He's doing the photo pass thing. He's making like 150 racks a year in Cali, which probably isn't that big anyway. He's making enough money, right? He gets a company credit card, and what does my man do? He wipes up $24,000 in drugs and fun. I don't know if you can buy fun in drugs and fun. So he does this. Of course, he feels guilty about it. He already knows. He says in his head he wanted to pay it back, and he was always going to intend it to do that. But of course, it spun out of control, right? I'm at $5,000. I'll get it back. Then it moves to 7. Then it moves to 8. Then he starts bringing up the fact that he's an Armenian and he's an immigrant. He's helping his family out, and a bunch of them live in one house. So he's just taking a little extra cash, even though he makes $160,000 a year. Still California, not that much. Taking the bread. Besides, some asshole tells him that he should tell the manager. So what's he do? Of course, is he tells the manager. The manager reports him. What's Disney do? Finds out he's gay and doesn't fire him, tells him it's okay, gives him a stern warning, and will deduct some money out of his paycheck every month. I'm sure it's probably like $1. What? And my man still has a job, and now they went on this whole spiel about how it's like saving him and he's so great and this, that, the other thing. So I want to know, the story, whatever you want. I want to know how long till this man gets another credit card. Yeah. And we going back to the bangers.
Mm-hmm. This dude definitely hasn't stopped blowing ice. You know what I mean? Like, this guy been cutting glass this whole time. This is.
He made a whole spiel about how he went to rehab. And it was, I think they said his 7th or something. And he was like, I couldn't believe Disney let me get my job. And we're ready. Hold on, ready for that? I actually have the quote. The quote is, he knew, he spent all the money. I took a stranger's advice and confessed to my manager. I was sure I'd be fired. Instead, Disney agreed to give me my chance to pay it back and left me with a strong, formal warning.
Dude, I'll tell you this. If he was straight, his ass would have been fired.
His ass would have been on the news in handcuffs, cuz you ain't going out easy.
Dude, I can't believe the tell your manager
They didn't even fire him. Yeah, he told his manager, I spent $25K on drugs, and he was like, it's cool, man. It happens.
He's like, look, just $25K? I mean, Goofy was blowing $100K a year on blow, Like, come on, Pluto, that guy's been whacking H for years, I mean, I can't, dude, I cannot. This is unbelievable. This is how woke goes broke narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, this is bad business on anything. Right? Like, hey, you can send him to rehab. If Disney was really wanted to help this guy, they'd send him to rehab, but don't put him back in the same position that got him in this in the first place, because it's just habit forming, and he's going to go right back to what he was doing. If they want to send him to rehab, fine. If they want to expunge him of the debt because it's Disney and they got trillions and trillions, fine. But to say like, oh, we're going to let him keep his job too, no. That's no way. Absolutely not.
I'm sure it's all going to work out in the end, because if there's one thing I've learned in my lifetime, when you're dealing with drug addicts, you avoid responsibility and consequences and always give them a second chance. It never backfires ever.
And this guy was so funny about it too. Like, he was putting out in the presser, his little press release, he was all, you know what? I love being around such creative people in such a creative environment. No shit, you're on meth. Yeah. If I would have smoked a ton of trees and been in the goddamn planetarium and that was my job, now I'm gonna be happy to go to work. I'm going to high and show little kids the stars on the goddamn planetarium. But what do you mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Go through Space Mountain, geeked out of your skull. Of course he loves it there.
Of course it's awesome.
Yeah, dude. You kidding me? He's whacked and going on the Pirates of the Caribbean. Of course his job is the
loving
best.
Every second of it.
Dude, he's probably been getting piped down by, Aladdin like 6 times a day. Like, come on. Come on. Yo, him and Jafar been doing it.
Listen, the Magic Kingdom is magic.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, real good stuff, Steve.